Welcome back, everyone, to Hollywood's biggest night. We're counting down to the start of the 88th Annual Academy Awards. You know, it is a Super Bowl, it's a World Series, it's a Bachelor, it's a finale. It's all rolled into one. So I'm going to get to my colleague Michaela Pereira in just a moment, but I want to get to a man who is nominated for one of my favorite movies this season, Best Director for Room. I've rewatched it actually again today. It is amazing, and for me to watch it twice as someone with claustrophobia, I don't know if you guys know the story. This mom and son are trapped in this shed.
Yeah, that's
this very small shed
for half of the movie.
She's 7 years, he's 5 years. They've been trapped in there.
That's right. So yeah, it does take place in a small environment, but I suppose the thing is, the mother has managed to make it into a complete world for this kid. She's told him stories, created myths and patterns during the day. So for him, it doesn't feel like such a confined space. For him, it's the whole world.
Yeah, Ed Guiney is here. Ed Guiney is a producer of the movie, and it's also based on a novel, a 2010 novel of the same name, Room. Right? It's not The Room, it's just Room. What is it like being involved in a project like this?
Well, I mean, we spotted the book when it first came out in 2010 and completely fell in love with it. And it took us a while to get our hands on it, but when we got it in 2013, Emma Donoghue, who wrote the book, she also wrote the script, and she's been a great collaborator all along. Amazing. Very much part of the team.
It was surprising to me. It's like, how do you build an entire film around, being in a room, right?
I mean, the first thing is that it's no spoiler because it's revealed in all the materials. They get out halfway through, but you know what? It isn't just a room. It's a schoolroom. It's a gym. It's a house. It's a garden. It's all things to him, and we sort of experience it through him.
You're nominated for 4 Oscars tonight, including Best Picture and Best Actress for Brie Larson. Her performance is incredible, along with Jacob Tremblay, who plays Jack.
That's right. Brie and Jake are the very heart and soul of the movie. I mean, if you don't believe their relationship, there's nothing there. So, yeah, Jake is this incredible kid. He's a sort of prodigy. I mean, I think if people see his performance, it's hard to believe that a kid that young is capable of that. And then Brie is magnificent, and so proud that this is the movie that's bringing her to the attention of a bigger audience.
Lenny Abrahamson and Ed Guiney, producer and director. Best of luck to you tonight. Do you have your speech ready?
I don't, because I'm sort of thinking I won't need it, but I'll make sure I have something in my head.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Hey, listen, I've got to show you guys. Look who's standing right next to me. Thank you very much. Look who's standing right next to me. Oh, so I've got 2 people. I've got Eddie Redmayne. Eddie Redmayne is standing next to me, but Michaela, we're going to see if we're going to say, hang on 1 second. We're going to see if we can get them. You take it away, and I'm going to try to grab them, all right?
That sounds great. I love that. We'll have a conversation up here on the bridge and talk about Leonardo DiCaprio. A lot of people have been wondering if this is finally his year. I heard somebody joke that, wait, is he becoming the Susan Lucci of the Academy Awards? I don't believe that. It may be his year to finally take home Oscar gold. Alicia Malone is here with me, and you have said to me, you think it is Leo's year.
It's Leo's year, absolutely. If I had a house, I would bet it.
No!
I don't have a house, so I won't. But if I did, I would, because it is definitely Leo's year. He'll win not only for his brilliant performance in The Revenant, but also for his entire body of work.
No, but again, they're not voting on his entire body of work.
They kind of do, unofficially.
They kind of do.
Yeah, unofficially they do. We saw the same with Martin Scorsese winning Best Director for The Departed. Not necessarily his best film, but it's for his whole career.
A friend of mine said, wait, he hardly spoke in The Revenant. I said, it's not about the amount of dialogue that you put into a film.
He slept inside an animal carcass.
I'm just saying. I tip my hat to him for that alone. He's in a tough category. Bryan Cranston for Trumbo, Matt Damon in The Martian, Leo, of course, in The Revenant, Michael Fassbender for Steve Jobs, and Eddie Redmayne for The Danish Girl. He won last year for The Theory of Everything, and it's an extraordinary role for him. If there was a dark horse in that category, who would you say it was?
Maybe Eddie Redmayne. There is not a dark horse, that's the thing. It's all Leo, and even Eddie Redmayne himself said that it's Leo's year. But Eddie was so brilliant in the way he transformed.
He really was.
Girl.
It's an incredible film.
Michael Fassbender, great in Steve Jobs as well, but I think definitely Leo. He has the flashiest performance.
All right, so let's also, while we have you, let's talk about the Best Supporting Actor. This is an interesting category, too. Another nominee from The Revenant, Tom Hardy. Christian Bale for The Big Short, Mark Ruffalo for Spotlight, terrific film. Mark Rylance in Bridge Bridge of Spies.
Yeah.
I kind of feel that he might be the one that gets this, but there's a sentimental favorite in this category, Sylvester Stallone. The first time he was nominated 39 years ago, go for a role that he's reprising now in Creed.
I know, it's amazing. It's an incredible story, and that's another thing the Academy loves.
They love a little
good
bit
story.
of emotion, right? They love a little bit of sentiment.
So 39 years later, to come back and to win, I think he will. He was also really emotional in Creed. I was really surprised at the performance that he brought. The other one, as you mentioned, is Mark Rylance for Bridge of Spies. Solid
Can we just talk
performance.
about that? That was such an intriguing film to begin with, and his role, he had you on pins and needles. He was so likable, but at the same time, you're thinking, this guy's a Russian spy.
I know, he had to keep a lot undercover, so it's a very
did.
subtle performance, but he hasn't been campaigning for any Oscars,
Right.
so that could hurt him. In this case, I think it will go to Sylvester Stallone, and I think he'll have the best speech of the night, too.
You think so?
Yeah, I think it'll be nice.
You know who I was kind of hoping that we'd see on the red carpet? The smallest tuxedo of them all, Jacob Tremblay from
So
Room.
cute.
He won our hearts in some of the past award shows when he's been up on stage.
Absolutely.
I haven't seen him there. I don't know if he's going to be here tonight. But that film, I think he stole that film.
I think he deserved a nomination.
I do too.
Because I don't understand how a kid that young can access those emotions and understand the type of character that he was playing. And he's just so damn likable. I've loved watching him at every award show. He's so sweet and excited.
I think we might have more time. Can we run through the Best Actress nominees right now while I have you? This is a fascinating category as well. Again, from Room, we have Brie Larson, Kate Blanchett in that terrific film Carol, Brooklyn, Saoirse Ronan. As I've mentioned before, I think it's fantastic. Another, Jennifer Lawrence in Joy and Charlotte Rampling. We'll discuss that a little bit, but I think that Don Lemon has a guest with him. Let's go back down to the red carpet. Who do you have, Don?
We had him. We had Eddie Redmayne. He was standing here. He was live, but you guys were talking, so I don't know if we're going to get Eddie, how are you feeling tonight?
Oh, mate, I'm thrilled to be here.
You're thrilled?
Sweating a bit, but because I'm decided to wear a totally inappropriate item of clothing, because it's really hot and sweaty and velvet. But no, it's
You've
great.
got your speech ready?
Absolutely not. No, I think it's not my evening.
Good luck to you. Thank you very much. So anyway, we stood here for a minute, but there he is, Eddie Redmayne, of course, for The Danish Girl, where he plays a trans woman or a trans man transitioning into a woman. But anyway, interesting role for him. Last year, he was nominated as well. What was it? The Theory of Everything. He actually won, playing Stephen Hawking last year.
Yep.
And by the way, I've got a great selfie with him, though. I'll show it to you later when we go inside.
Did you? I cannot wait to look
did.
through your social media. I think it's going to be fascinating. You know, it's
gotta
interesting.
clean it up
Eddie
a little
Redmayne. Well, a lot. I saw you a little earlier today. You know what? Can we put up the question for our viewers at home? We've been doing this, asking you questions so you could stay engaged with us. And I want to go back to the Best Actress category. I'm curious who you think is going to win. The question is for our viewers at home, who do you think should win Best Actress? You can vote going to CNN.com, and you can cast your vote there for now. So shall I go back to Alicia, and we can talk about the Best Supporting Actress? I think we've got a little time for that. Interesting supporting cast. We've got Kate Winslet for Steve Jobs, Alicia Vikander for The Danish Girl, Rachel McAdams for Spotlight, in Carol, Rooney Mara, and Jennifer Jason Leigh. Jennifer Jason Leigh in The Hateful Eight had to go through heck 2 or 3 times over. Can we just talk about that?
Absolutely. Her poor character.
I know.
Her poor character was mistreated throughout the whole thing,
Abused.
but she was incredible.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Who do you think's going to win in that
I
category?
think it'll be Alicia Vikander, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kate Winslet gets it. She's been getting a lot of awards in the lead up to this, but Alicia Vikander, she'll win for The Danish Girl. She was brilliant, and also kind of a little bit unofficially for Ex Machina.
All right. We appreciate that. All right, back down to the red carpet and Don.
Yeah, but how about Saoirse Ronan? How about Saoirse Ronan, right? Who is nominated for Best Actress? Eilish. I could get Saoirse right. I kept saying, watching the movie, and I'm like, Eilish, but it looks like Eilish.
I had to teach him how to do it before we came on air. Can't get it.
Okay,
You got it though. You nailed it.
I haven't asked, Saoirse, I haven't asked this question one time all night.
What?
Who are you wearing?
Oh, it's the Calvin Klein collection.
The Calvin Klein collection.
Calvin Klein collection. It's Calvin Klein.
Well, you wear it well. So
Thank you.
in the movie, you're torn between a lover in the United States, someone you love, and then someone in Ireland as
Yes,
well.
yeah.
And have you?
We've all been there, right?
Have you been there before? That's my question.
I think in some, I don't know. I mean, professionally maybe, yeah, and I don't know. I don't answer that.
I thought
Would you ask me that live on air?
I thought the name
It's
because
always been so easy. Love is like the easiest thing in the world, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what they say?
yeah. This is your first nomination. Yeah.
my second.
Your second nomination. Yeah. And so then, do you get up? Do you have a speech prepared, or do you get up there
No.
and do you just wing it?
I haven't thought about that at all, actually. It's weird. I've got my mum and my Auntie Margaret and my Uncle Sean with me, and I think we're just going to have a bit of a laugh tonight. So it'll be, it's wonderful to be here. It's great to be here with the group of women that I've been put in a category with, but I'm not really thinking beyond
Well, let's look at it. I mean,
I like your little cards.
yeah, it's got. I've
Look,
got.
he's got his cards
I
with
got
all the
Brie
names.
Larson, Kate Blanchett. I just want to make sure Charlotte Rampling, Saoirse Ronan,
amazing.
and then Jennifer Lawrence. I mean, these are all major actresses.
Yeah, no, it's been fantastic just to get to know the girls. I mean, Charlotte and Kate and Brie, I've done quite a bit of press with, and that Blanchett in particular has been incredibly supportive of our film. So.
Well, you look amazing. Thank you, Saoirse.
Thanks so much.
Good luck to you tonight. Good luck to you tonight. Common. What's up, man? How are you? It's good to see you. Just one. Look, they're telling me just one question. So, are you ready for tonight?
Yeah, man, I'm excited, man. Chris Rock. We got some. I love Leonardo DiCaprio, so I'm rooting for him, and I'm excited. I'm just glad to be at the Oscars.
Yeah. Last year, you and John Legend brought it when you talked about you were so happy, and this year there's been the big focus about diversity.
Yeah.
You want to comment on that?
I mean, well, we know it's obvious that it's a problem, and now we want to work towards a solution. I want to be a part of that change, and I feel like as I'm an Academy member now, so I want to be able to say, hey, y'all, this be a voice for some of the black, brown people, women, the people that usually get overlooked. And I mean, it's not just an Oscar problem. It's a Hollywood issue of we not seeing a lot of inclusion in the films that's being made and the people that make the decisions. And we also know it's an American issue. So my thing is, like,
the words.
in all truth, I do put I know that we're going to make this change. I know we had to speak up. People had to speak up for this change to happen. But I'm also wanting this change to happen for the kids in Flint. I'm also wanting it to happen for the people in Chicago that's dealing with the violence right now.
Yeah, we're going to be in Flint next week for a Democratic debate.
I need to be there.
Yeah, and we'll be. Thank you so much, Come. We appreciate it. Best of luck to you tonight. All right, well, so there you go. The stars are definitely starting to arrive. You can see that right now. We're going to be back. Very quick break. Hollywood's biggest night. You're watching right here on CNN.